Oh, my mic's working. Oh wow, there's my kid. First in the pew is my kid. Good morning. Good morning, Stu. Welcome. Good morning, Chu. Good morning, Wraith. Wow. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Yeah. Happy Easter Sunday for those who celebrate, and for those who don't, happy Sunday.
The only thing I celebrate is getting Reese's eggs every morning.
Reese? Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
Reese's eggs.
I got that shit. I keep that shit on me. I got 2-pack, one for me, one for Kenneth. I got them in the freezer right now, just for Easter. The only thing I celebrate is Easter candy. Happy Chocolate Sunday indeed. Happy Chocolate Sunday indeed. Good morning.
Happy Chocolate Bunny Sunday.
Yeah. They are Alex. Thank you for hitting that 3-month. We're back. We're back and we're exhausted. We're back and then life happened, but we're here. Happy Sunday. Welcome back to church. Today is a special day. We're going to recap our WrestleMania trip. I'm sure you guys saw a lot online. We got to meet a lot of people. We got to do a lot of things. So this is just going to be a chill day. We're not going to go over the news. We have not had a single second to breathe since between the two of us since we got back. So I know people probably want to talk about Sakura Genesis, but we are going to watch it. We're going to watch it later for the Patreon.
So sign up to our Patreon if you haven't already.
Yeah. So today's going to be a chill day. We're not going to watch anything. Feel free to ask us. It's a Q&A, I guess, but we're just going to sit and chill and catch up with you guys and talk about all of the fun things that we did in Los Angeles, including meeting Cheese. We got to not only meet the highest member of the Order of Ray of Sunshines, but we got to take a selfie with Cheese.
Got to take a selfie with Cheese. We met Dark Dank Lucha.
I met so many
Kaden in the
people.
chat, we met as well. Or I met, yeah, we met as well. We met so many people. We met so many congregation members who gave us their Joshi blesses, and we provided stickers for them. We went to the TJPW show, which is where I got this 3XL shirt because it was the only shirt that they had
Yeah,
left,
she
and they
got
didn't have another.
the
I got the
last
last shirt.
one. Meaning
The
your
last one.
girl did not get a shirt. I'm hoping that I haven't looked, but I'm hoping that they make them somewhere accessible online because I was very sad. It was the only piece of merch
I
that I wanted to buy the entire trip, and they did not have one.
I thought they were going to have it at WrestleCon, but they didn't
Yeah.
have it at WrestleCon. But um the individual roster, like Hyper Masao had shirts on her table and like stickers for Mizuki,
Yep.
right? You got a sticker?
Yeah, I got a well, I think my water bottle was just washed. So it's in my kitchen. I got one of Mizuki's stickers. It says hold on. Let me just go get it. I'll show
Go get
everybody.
it. Go get it. I'll entertain the chat. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. I'm not too sure if we introduced ourselves. Did we? Who knows? But my name is Alex. Above, next to me is Kayla, who is getting her water bottle. We are Church of Joshi. We are your high priestesses. Um, and we had an amazing time in Los Angeles at WrestleMania. That was Kayla's first time in LA. We were gay and we held hands on the Barbara Streisand Bridge because that was our number one goal. And we did that. And we said gay throughout the whole time when we walked it. And that's the sticky.
Of course, you can't even see it. I don't know why I thought you guys were going to be able to see the sticker, but it says Popping Sugar Rabbit, and it's from Mizuki's anniversary. That was it. That was a failed attempt, but the Mizuki sticker is there. It's there. I gave her my money. Mizuki Mizuki 2 belts. Which
Yeah,
honestly was
Mizuki two
my
bell.
favorite part of the weekend. Was, I said, wouldn't it be a fucking gag if Mizuki, it's already such a big deal that she's finally carrying the TJPW championship. But I was like, wow, wouldn't it be a gag if she also won the tag belts and then she won the tag belts?
And
So
she won the
sick.
tag belts. It was the main event for TJPW. And that was fun. It was
Yeah.
so much fun to
It
the
was,
show was a lot of fun. Starting off the show with their signature songs dancing, and it was such good energy in the crowd, and everyone was so excited to be there. Crowd was hot, and
yeah, we got a free Up Girls concert as part of our ticket.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
it's, I mean,
yeah.
and that, I mean, what was your favorite match?
Oh, I don't know. There were so many good ones.
I mean, I think
Um,
the real hitter was Rika versus Billy Starks. I mean, I
yeah,
was definitely partial to the tag team match because it
yeah,
was just Maki Ito is so deeply over in the United States. It is absolutely insane. But that crowd in general cheered for everyone. It's not like, Maki's was just a little bit louder, which, understandable because she's been doing so much work in the United States and, she's made such a big name for herself over here, but I don't think that the crowd stopped cheering. Everybody, like, especially, I mean, the opening tag match with free Wi Fi, everybody was screaming
yeah.
for every single girl that came through the curtain. And it was so nice. It was such a great environment. I'd say we had such a good time. But that international princess match was insane. Wasteland Ward Party versus Miyu and Shoko Nakajima was stupid.
Also, Hyper Masao
Yeah.
and Trisha Dora, or what was it? Hyper Trish.
Hyper Trish, yeah, Hyper
Hyper
Trish.
Trish
It was
and
just, man,
Raku and Yuki. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
it was, yeah, front to back. An incredible show. If you guys have not watched that on Fight, you absolutely have got to watch it. Because it's, you can, I hope you can, I hope the energy in the room um, translated to video.
Is it also on Wrestle Universe?
I haven't
Let's check.
looked.
Let me check.
I have not looked. Did anybody in chat watch it?
Or did we meet anybody in chat? Or were you guys at the show? We happened to miss you. Honestly, there were so many people on our Instagram and our Twitter that said that they saw us on the at the show, but they couldn't say hi because it was so packed. And I think that's a great complaint because there were so many people at that show. I've never been to the Globe Theater either. It's a gorgeous theater.
Significantly smaller than I expected.
Yeah.
They do not have it on Wrestle Universe. It was only on Fight.
Got it.
I wonder if they'll eventually put it on Wrestle Universe. Do they usually do that with the stuff from Fight? Do they eventually put it over onto their streaming services? I've never really thought about that before.
I guess it's only on Fight.
I'm waiting on somebody in chat to inform us as they usually do. I think another major highlight of that show was TJPW's been so good about bringing American talent, over to Japan, and I think that that's a huge deal, and that's really helping. I mean, it's really boosting their presence in America. So I think that, all of this timing with having people, like Wasteland War Party and Trish and Billy over in Japan, I think that was, it definitely helped spread the word of TJPW.
But also vice versa with them
Yeah,
coming here with Maki
absolutely.
Ito and GCW and Miyu Yamashita
Absolutely.
wrestling literally everywhere.
Yeah.
DPW especially bringing in a lot of the Tokyo TJPW. Sorry, that was a hair on my microphone. Bringing in all the TJPW most of the roster. So since we've started this show, what, 3 years ago, it's been nice to see how much TJPW has grown on its own with the help of this outside exposure,
Yeah.
and also appearances on AEW as well. So it's a win-win for everybody, and it was extraordinary to see the show on Friday, how literally just how many people were so excited, how many people had merch and the little like lights. What are the lights? What are they called?
They're usually just called light sticks. I mean, that's what
Oh,
they were
light
called
sticks.
in K-pop or whatever, was just light sticks. But I want one of those. Where's my light
Yeah,
stick?
me too. I
Where's my
thought they
light
were
stick?
gonna have it at the merch stand.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, by the time we got there, I mean, not like super early, but we got there fairly early. By the time we got
there like
there, like, yeah, they had no merch.
I feel like we got there 15 minutes before it started,
Did
15 minutes
we?
before 12. I think
Oh,
so. Or maybe 30.
when we're at that time difference made me completely lose all sense of time and space. I did love California though. I definitely want to go back to California.
Yeah.
Um,
What was your favorite part of California?
the cactuses in everybody's front yards and rock lawns and RJ City doing a monologue.
Oh.
Uh, oh yeah, does everyone know that we spent a night yelling small talk at each other? Yes. We were able to actually see RJ City in person, and I told this to his face, but you guys think RJ City is handsome already? Just wait till you see him in person. Just like
Just
and
what a guy.
And the monologue skills are astronomical. And
That's right.
we did we did stand in a gay bar and tried to have a conversation.
But
It's
we
a little
got to see
difficult.
RJ City perform his world renowned one man, dead man show.
Yeah.
And it was extraordinary. It was
It,
amazing.
yeah,
It was wonderful.
and he provided me I mean, RJ City in my eyes is a celebrity. So that was my first celebrity sighting uh in California, in Los Angeles, but he did provide me with some I think you should leave content, was which was I was flabbergasted. Um yeah, so if you could somehow, I don't know if it is recorded, but if you can somehow uh, find a bootleg copy of RJ City doing his a dead man one man show
Well, he
monologue,
did
you
it all
should.
weekend. He did it all weekend. He did it at the Major Fig podcast, Matt Cardona's podcast,
Okay,
and then at Gay Young Classics.
was
I
that?
recorded it and I sent it to him. So maybe he'll put it up. Who knows? But
Yeah, I need to find a
anyway,
bootleg copy.
if you want to watch more of RJ City, you should check out Hey EW on AEW's YouTube channel. He has a brand new episode out today with Athena, and also subscribe to his YouTube channel, RJ City. He is always on before us at 9:30 drinking some coffee and having a lovely time with his chat. So
You really got to see it live
you've
though,
got
like
so many
that.
chances.
What I
Exactly.
did for love. I'll never forget that. I will never forget that as long as I live. We have a couple of people that have upped their subscriptions. Evan with 33 months. It's a long time to be stuck with us, Evan. We love you. Megan, not Nick. If you're an OG, you remember that joke. Hit that
Mhm.
10-month and gifted a sub to Logan. Logan, if you were in the chat, please give Nick a thank you. I just got an alert on my watch that we're supposed to stream. And I'm like, yes, we are streaming.
We're 15 minutes into our stream.
Thanks.
The
Thanks for
alert is
nothing.
late.
Thanks for nothing.
Apple.
Watch. Thanks for nothing. Watch. But yeah, we did.
Apple.
I mean, I think my favorite thing about Los Angeles was definitely the Academy Museum.
Ah,
Like,
the
yeah, sorry,
Academy.
this whole stream is not going to be all wrestling. This is going to be about the trip as a whole. So let's talk about the Academy Museum, because
Yes.
I feel like everybody in the chat pretty much shares, like, you know, a love for film. If you are part of this community, you know, we're nerds on the side. Star Wars. I'm a, you know, just ride or die Tolkien person, but like comic books and stuff like that. So we went to the Academy Museum. It was one of the most beautiful experiences. It is such a gorgeous museum, but man, some of the stuff we saw is like things that I never thought that I would actually share space with, including R2D2 and C3PO. Just insane that
I
you
think
got
it
to.
was from it was the costumes from A New Hope. Um with R2
Look at
and
these
C3P.
guys.
Yeah, those
We got
guys.
to
Look at
see
those
those
guys.
guys.
We got to see there was a Godfather exhibit. And they switch it around all the time. So I think what was it, the one that you read up with had the Wizard of Oz at that time?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they do, like they rotate stuff out sometimes. I read up a little bit on it before we went. I didn't want to spoil like what was there, but I wanted to see what exhibits were there. Unfortunately, I've never seen The Godfather, so like it was cool to see it, but it didn't really like I didn't understand a lot of it.
I've watched it and it
Yeah.
was cool to see when I went to theater school. It was the movie that I watched all the time. Like a fucking nerd that I am. But I watched a lot of it. So I really enjoyed it. And it was cool to like explain like, oh, that's Marlon Brando's like, prosthetic that he had. And
That
then
was
they
the
had
one
the
thing I
actual
understood.
yeah, the makeup of all of
Yeah.
that was really cool. And then they had the set of his office in the beginning of the first movie, when he's there during the wedding. And then they had all the costumes throughout every single movie, the first, second, and third one. And then what you were checking out the makeup, and I walked a little ahead, and I busted out laughing because in a display they had the horse's head from the movie, the prop. If you've watched the movie, you know what I'm talking about. uh and I thought that was the most hysterical thing
Yeah,
that
that
they could
laugh
have
straight
at a
jump
museum.
scared me.
I'm so
And
sorry.
then she was like, "Don't look. I'm sensitive to animal things." And
Yeah.
everybody, if you know me, you know that what is that? What that is? Is that what that is? That oh yeah, we should have texted
Yeah, we should
Stephen
have.
Larson and told them to mark like one point, like a 0.5 horse, I guess. But I am, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm very sensitive to animal stuff, and she was like, "Don't look." Like,
I don't usually like that stuff either, but because it was in the movie and I knew it was fake, I think, I would hope, but yeah, they also had the dress that Holly Berry wore when she won her Oscar.
mhm.
We went in immediately asked where the Bob Mackie share dress was, but they switched it out, which is nice.
Yeah,
It's nice that
yeah.
they like switch it up.
Because I know that
Um
they do like, well, not the Academy Museum specifically, but there's touring museum exhibits of like film and because costuming and makeup is my primary like interest when it comes to film, um, aside from the film itself. So like we were walking through and there was a whole room just full of costumes, and Alex and I, like, I looked up a little bit about what was going to be shown there before I went, but I didn't want to look too far into it because I wanted to be surprised. And Alex and I both got very, very specific surprises as far as like, I mean, I got a couple, but like things that we love very deeply. And so we
mhm.
walk into this costume room and we're walking around and it's in a circle, and I round the corner and Alex is just standing there like in tears because they had the Jareth costume from Labyrinth, which, if you
Yeah.
guys, Alex is a David Bowie fan at,
He's right here.
a cellular level. It wasn't that costume. I think it was like his Dance Magic Dance
No,
costume.
it
It was like the
was
earlier part of the film.
yeah, it was when he first comes into his first appearance on the film. And they
Yeah.
had
So
that.
they
And
had
they stayed true to his bulge too. So
Yeah,
I'm happy
yeah,
about
they had the cod.
that.
Yeah, they had the cod piece in there and everything. It was crazy. I got
They
to.
also had remember the birdcage?
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
about to
yeah,
say.
yeah.
Birdcage
Oh
is
yeah,
like
yeah,
one of
yeah,
my
yeah.
favorite movies of all time, probably at least in my top 10. And they had one of Nathan Lane's drag costumes there. But they have the costume room, and then you move into another part of the exhibit eventually, and
You're
it's a
wasting
lot
your gum.
of, huh? What?
I just said a line from the birdcage.
Oh,
Remember when he's like, "You're wasting your gum."
oh man, that's so good. I have that on VHS, I think. Yeah, I think I have that on VHS. But there's a whole room
I didn't.
dedicated to like um not anim well, yeah, I mean, I guess some of them are animatronics. There's larger pieces than just like the standard costumes. So we're walking through and they've got the Donnie Darko bunny costume. They had R2D2C3PO, which was great. And
They had the penguin house from
yeah,
Batman
they had,
Returns.
yeah,
Yeah.
the miniatures. They had the penguin nose. But I'm walking around and I walk around this one because they're in these like glass containers. They're almost like pillars.
Like pillars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I rounded a corner, and again, y'all know me. She's a Bowie fan on a cellular level. I am a Tolkien fan on a cellular level. It is a huge part of my identity, and I am not afraid to admit that that is like a personality trait for me. So I'm walking around this pillar from the back, and I can't really tell like what the display is at first, and I was like, wait a minute, that looks familiar. And I round around the corner, and the way she reacted to the Jareth costume was like, I immediately started tearing up. It was an orc mask, orc prosthetics from Return of the King. And I specifically Googled Lord of the Rings Academy Museum before we went and couldn't find anything. And so that was like that, and all of the Dark Crystal stuff. Myself and my mother, we love Dark Crystal. She raised me on like Jim Henson stuff. So Dark Crystal was like a big part of my childhood, and they had a full Skeksis, like a full Skeksis. I don't know if it's like somebody was in. It's the puppet. That's what I'm trying to find my words. The full Skeksis puppet, and they were huge. And then they had from the remake that they did on Netflix, Rest in Peace. I can't believe that they canceled it because it was so good. They had Kira's animatronic head, and it was just like, oh man, it was so good. They had so much cool shit there. They had Bruce from Jaws, which was terrifying.
Yeah. It was above the staircase. It was terrifying. They also had the real Oscars that people have won
Mm-hmm.
throughout like the years of film. They had the Star Wars New Hope. I think it won the Oscar for like best sound editing. It
Yeah,
had
that was
that.
crazy.
It had E.T. They had an Oscar from like Gone with the Wind. They had an Oscar for I think Benjamin Button, I think. I didn't read too much. Also, we went in like an hour before it was going to close. So we really zipped through the museum. So I think that's definitely, if you guys have an opportunity to go out to the Museum of Academy of Motion Picture, I think is what it's called. Definitely go early because it's a museum that you can, it's a good, like, take your time and read everything, read the facts about like your favorite movies and,
I think we got lucky
even
because
with the
there was a couple
costumes.
of exhibits that were like about foreign film, and while I would have loved to have like read about it and learned about it, we just didn't have time. So like easily be able to skip a couple exhibits, which allowed us to like spend time in the rooms that we really wanted to see. But they rotate the exhibits out, and I would do at least 2 hours if I ever went back, for
We
sure.
got a lot done in an hour, but
Mm-hmm.
definitely 2 hours is a good time way to go through the museum. They also had um like first draft scripts of certain
That was
movies. They had
wild.
the typewriter where Psycho was written on. They had another typewriter, or it was like a 80s computer that was some movie was typed in there. I forget what it was. They had audition tapes. They
Yeah, that
had
was cool.
audition like photos. So it was like a
Like
super young,
Polaroids, yeah.
yeah, super young Cameron Diaz and a Polaroid.
David Duchovny,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I immediately sent to my husband because he's an X Files nerd.
And they had the actual audition tape. So it was like a projector and they were showing the actual footage of them auditioning for the roles that they were doing, and then afterwards they showed the roles that they actually
Yeah, that
did
was really
in
cool.
the film, so that was really cool.
Oh,
um
Hey, Alex. Have you seen the new FNAF trailer? I'm sorry. Somebody
we
mentioned
haven't
Five
pulled
Nights
that in
at
a while.
Freddy's. Somebody mentioned Five Nights at Freddy's in the chat because Jim Henson is doing all of the animatronics for Five Nights at
Oh,
Freddy's, and Matthew
really?
Lillard is in that movie. It's gonna be incredible. If you guys don't know, like,
Matthew Lillard?
you don't have to play the game. If you guys want to go down a rabbit hole and like read one of the most insane stories and lore from a video game, like, everybody knows what Five Nights at Freddy's is, but it's like so much deeper than that. The story is nuts, and they're making it into a movie. Yeah, and Matthew Lillard plays the bad guy. But more
But not
importantly,
at
yeah, more
Freddy's.
importantly, I just always gag Alex with a Jack Black joke, a very specific Jack Black joke, because he loves Five Nights at Freddy's.
We had a really good Jack Black week, to be fair,
Oh
with all
my
the
God.
content that we received. We won't
Yeah.
get into it. But if you're watching
Peaches, peaches,
stuff,
peaches, 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 peaches. I will sit and sing the whole song now because I've that's been my hyperfixation.
shout out to
Anyways,
Bowser.
yeah, shout out to Bowser. Yeah, so the museum was incredible. We got to go, like, it had this great viewpoint after you walk across the Barbara Streisand Bridge.
You see
It's
all the
got, yeah,
mountains.
it was insane. We tried to drive up to, like, the observatory, but they had the parking lot closed. It just, I don't know what was going on, but we got to at least, like, drive up around the area, and I think we spent like 2 hours driving around because we
Yeah.
drove through Sunset, we drove
You got
through,
to see
like,
the
all,
Roxy, the Rainbow
yeah, I got
Room,
to
the
see
Viper
Rainbow Bar and
Room,
Grill. Yeah, we got
the
to see the
Chinese
Viper Room.
Theater,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Scientology building.
yeah. Leave it to us to be like, where's the Scientology building?
We
Um,
tried to find the Museum of Death
yeah, which is
to
closed. Bummer.
commemorate, yeah, to commemorate our friend anniversary, but we did that with the Academy Museum,
Oh
so
yeah,
that was okay.
yeah.
And it was cool to drive around and always see the Hollywood sign.
Yeah, yeah, that was really it was a very picturesque trip, you know? Like it was California is so beautiful. I mean, it's for coming from somebody who lives, you know, in the Tennessee mountains. My mountains are green. And it was just I kept saying this looks photoshopped. This looks photoshopped because it did. I mean, you got you had the city, and then in the background are these incredible mountains and all of this you know, incredible architecture, and it's just also different, and all the, you know, actual like trees and shit are just so different from Tennessee, and it's just, man, I loved it. I would love to go to California. Everybody there was just so nice. Um yeah, it was great. It
It
was
was
great.
fun.
We
It
had
was
a
great.
wonderful time. WrestleCon was wild.
We met more people there at
Yeah.
WrestleCon.
We got to, yeah,
Uh,
most importantly, we got to meet freaking Aja Kong.
that
That
was a game changer.
that didn't even feel real for the most
That
part.
I I feel like that changed our lives.
Like
I feel like that elevated our high priestess status.
yeah, like Aja Kong is a real person that exists in this world, and
Who is tiny?
yeah, I was
She
shocked.
is tiny,
She is
dude.
not as tall as I expected. Like they do a great job of making her look significantly taller than she is. Like I was shocked. So kind, like just so great. So
Like a
great.
gentle voice. I'm not sure if she wears lifts in her wrestling boots, but her presence on screen is so big and so dominant that when you meet her in person and you see how like short she is, and again just how gentle she spoke to us,
Yeah.
it was great. I got to show her the face paint that I did. It was so spontaneous. I didn't even like remember it until I was in front of her and I was like, "Oh my gosh, wait, let me show you this." And then she said it was cute. So that was nice. And then she said we were both cute. And then she took a picture with us and it was so beautiful.
And I was terrified the whole time. And then right behind them was all of the TJP. Well, we got to meet all the TJPW girls. The only group people that we didn't get to meet were, unfortunately, Yuka and Maki weren't there. But we went and we met everyone. And they were all so much fun to talk to. They were all so sweet. Like, Miyu Mizuki, talking to Mizuki, I think is just like my favorite thing.
She had the belts too. We took a picture with
Yeah.
the belts.
Oh my god, she was so cute.
I
She
think
was
you were
so
talking
good.
to, we took a picture and I think you were talking to Miyu, and I Mizuki like turned to me and she was like, "Thank you." And then she kind of held up the belts and I like rubbed the belts.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, I feel like you know, they were pretty open about, you know, hey, we're gonna be at WrestleCon, but not all of us speak very good English.
Mhm.
But we got to stand and talk to Yuki Kamafuku, who, you know, is fluent in English. So it was,
And you got to ask her about the gear, right?
yeah. So that was, yeah, that was like, cause y'all know I love Yuki. So I asked her, I was like, girl, like you have, in my personal opinion, you have my favorite gear in TJPW. And so we were talking about gear and how she designs her own gear. Her and several of the other girls have the same gear maker, but they design all of their own gear. So that was really really cool to learn. Uh, Talking to Sayuri though was hilarious. She was
Oh.
so funny. Oh my god! And there was one point where like Alex pointed, she had like a little Pokemon bag. I don't know anything about Pokemon, and Alex pointed out the Pokemon bag. And Sayuri goes, "Yeah, I'm Japanese." And I was like, "Girl."
She had
I
what's his
lost it.
name?
Yeah, I don't know.
Fuck. I forgot his name. Hold on. Let me look it up. But she had a Pokemon bag, and then she showed us her phone case because it was Gengar. She had a Gengar bag, and then she showed us her phone case, and they had a whole bunch of Pokemon, and she's like, I'm Japanese. I was like,
I
oh
fucking
yeah.
lost my shit when she did that.
I was like, oh yeah. But it was just like I was like, oh, your bag is cool. And then she showed me that. She was like, hey. I was like, oh, okay,
So
cool.
funny. My I think
Um,
my crowning achievement was when I went to go talk to Miyu Watanabe, which I regret not getting a photo with Miyu. I just did not have the cash for it. I got to do the LOVE, and she like made sure that I knew how to do it, and I did it right. And she was so excited that I knew the hand movement. And I told her, I said, girl, I said, you are so jacked. I said, your shoulders keep getting bigger. And she started flexing. And then, Shoko. We went up to Shoko. And
Another person who's so tiny.
I looked at her, I said, wow, you're so tall. And she kept going, yeah, big kaiju.
Big
I'm so
kaiju.
tall. I'm so tall. And I was like, yeah, you're huge. She was like, I'm so tall. Oh, they were all so sweet. You could just feel how excited they were to be there, and to
Mhm.
be at those tables. Yeah, you got to you talked to Hyper Masao for a couple minutes. You did a photo with Hyper Masao.
Well, I got to show them. Well, we both got to show them the graphics that you've done for
Oh
them
yeah.
for all of the ads for the episodes. So that was really cool to like just have the phone out for everybody and be like, look, we've made all of this. And Hyper Misal called Kayla an artist, which she is.
She's an
Absolutely, she is.
artist.
And it was cool to like just show these people how much we appreciate them so much to make graphics for them and dedicate a whole episode to them. Uh, and so that was like a really cool full circle moment.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to give them stickers
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
So that was cute.
It was really, it was really fun to be able to be like to kind of explain what we do and be like, you know, the whole reason that we do what we do and why we're here is because we want people to watch TJPW, and they were the reason that we came to Los Angeles, and they were really excited. You know, to I think it's probably terrifying to come from Japan to America to do a show, and you're not sure if, you know, and you don't speak English. Like, I can't imagine how terrifying that is. And
Mm-hmm.
they were all so sweet. You could tell that they were having a good time. You know, WrestleCon, they had a great spot at WrestleCon.
It was
They
right
were
by
on
the
the top
door.
floor. Yeah, I mean, they were on the top floor right at the door. I was really surprised that WrestleCon had like several floors, and then they put some of the biggest stars on the bottom floor. I was so confused by that.
That's so true.
I was so
All of
confused
the
by that.
AEW stars were downstairs.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
all the way downstairs. There was 3 levels.
Yeah.
So like all of the AEW stars were there. Victoria, SoCal Val. Yeah, it was wild. The hotel was pretty massive though. I was not expecting it to be so big.
Yeah. I'm sure they didn't have a
Um,
choice but to split people up. Yeah, it was
oh yeah,
an
I'm sure,
enormous
but
hotel.
yeah,
Like those
yeah, it
rooms
was
were,
very, very big.
you could get lost. We did get lost.
Mhm.
We did borderline. One cute thing that we did see, well, you can tell them your Molly Holly story, which was like so crazy.
Yeah. So Molly Holly. So I don't know if you knew this, but I read on Twitter that Molly Holly was not scheduled to be at WrestleCon, but she had her own table and she put it in the lobby of the hotel and she did meet and greets, but she was raising money for charity. So she didn't take any money if you wanted an autograph or a photo. She just asked kindly to donate to a charity and she'll take a picture with you. So I donated to the charity and I forget what the charity is. It slipped my mind. It was such a long weekend and I'm still recovering from a lot of other things. But um I donated to the charity and I did not expect myself to sob in front of her as soon as I got the chance to tell her that I was the girl that was on screen when she first came out in the 2018 Royal Rumble. And that was a full circle, just because I love her so much. And I just was not expecting her. Like, what was my reaction when I saw her in the lobby?
I mean, you were like completely like frozen in shock.
I was. I've never been starstruck like that before. And I've never like I met Shawn Michaels last year, and I sobbed afterward, but the fact that like I couldn't even get a word out with her because I was crying so much. And we took a picture and she she had a light with
Oh yeah, she was so professional. It was incredible. She brought her own spotlight. Like
Yeah.
lighting little clip. It looked like it was on a carabiner. I want to know what that was cuz it did. It
Yeah.
gave. So I held her little light and took the photo. But yeah, everybody, got to it in chat. I got to watch Hyper Masao meet Molly Holly. I was standing
Mighty
right there.
Molly
Yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah. It was really cool to watch two heroes meet for the first time. It was really sweet.
It was so great.
Um, what else? Oh, I mean, casually, I got to reunite with my girlfriend, Io Sky.
That's right. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what you gave her.
I just remember her arms around me. It's all. Oh, she's just the best. No, Alex pushed me into being brave enough to give her the sticker that I made for Halloween for Sticker Club last year. It was from her exploding barbed wire match in Stardom. And so it's her and Yoshino, and I cut the sparks out, and the sparks are sparkly in the background with the sticker. And so I gave it to her, and I told her, I was like, I mean, you're like my favorite wrestler, so
It was cool too because she was talking to Dakota like, "Oh, this was this match," and like she was saying how it was like her favorite. And yeah, I'm glad that I gave you a gentle push because
yeah, I
you
wasn't
wanted
gonna
me
do
to
it.
give it to her, but I was like, I did not make this. You need to give it to
Yeah,
her. And
I
like you
wasn't gonna
put
do
it in
it.
your pocket.
I did.
And I'm
Yeah,
glad that like when we were done with the the interview, I was like, hey,
Yeah.
here
Yeah. I did it.
connection.
I did it.
So, yeah.
Yeah, she
How
and
did it
she
feel
threw
to
up the Queen's Quest several times. If you guys have watched Alex's interview, you can see
I'll
her
post
hit
the
the
link.
Queen's Quest. And after the interview was over, I looked at her. I said, "I saw that." I said, "I saw you throw up that Queen's Quest," and she just started dying laughing.
She
I
was
was
like,
like,
ah.
I know. They people WWE people may not know, but you've got two Joshi girls in front of you, and you can't throw up a Queen's Quest without us noticing. So it was,
And
yeah,
I
it was
got
really cool.
to ask them about Joshi and ask them like who they would want to face if there was a Joshi talent or a tag team that came into America. Um, so it was cool to throw around Joshi questions. Also, I got to talk about we got to talk about Manami Toyota with MVP.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool. That was really cool. Um, Dakota said that she wanted to face Julia, which is
Yeah.
a great answer.
Didn't Io say that she wanted Mayu Iwatani was her destiny?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mayu Watani.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one. Oh man. So many cool opportunities. But I was going to ask like how did it feel to show these people the work that you've done over the years?
I mean, it was crazy. I mean, you don't. I'd make this stuff not really thinking about, oh, I might meet these people in a year or two, and then you meet them, and I'm like, hey, wow, I made this, and they're like, whoa, and I'm like, I love you. It was great. I mean, everybody was so nice. I've met Io once before, just like at Access. And she's, if you guys ever get the chance to meet Io, she's such an angel. She's so sweet. Um, when you meet her at a meet and greet, like she's a very kind person. But she's Io, so I was nervous. But yeah, I mean it's cool because the shit I make means something to me, and it's cool to be able to be like, hey, look, it's you. I made that. And yeah, and Hyper Misao called me an artist, so I guess like that's my official artist stamp. If Hyper Misao calls me an artist.
It's the highest of praise ever
Yeah.
is when Hyper Misao calls you an
Yeah.
artist. A Hyper
Yeah.
Misao just compliments you on anything. It's a heroic praise.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Uh I don't know what else. Oh, we got to see Heidi.
We got to see Heidi.
We got to see
Yes, we got
Heidi.
to see
Oh,
Heidi.
I'll show them what Heidi gave me.
Oh yeah. We got to give Heidi some stickers and I think a pin.
Well, I mean, Heidi
Uh
gets stickers anyways. She's part of
yeah,
Sticker
that's
Club, so
true. But
everything
we
that she
still
got was
gave her
extra.
more. We gave her more and then she blessed Kayla.
She gave me her ring worn goggles from TJPW. And they say "oh shit" on them. So now they're hanging up with my on my vanity. But yeah, she gifted me her TJPW ring worn goggles.
Kayla got to have a Bret Hart moment with Heidi
Yeah.
and get glasses.
Yeah, it was really cool.
It was really sweet. Heidi is an absolute doll.
The best. So very beefy. The beefiest.
All the beef.
The beefiest. Yeah, I was about to say we got to see my kid, J Rose, right after we came out of the TJPW show.
We got to see Jordan Castle
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
heading into the Prestige show. And that was just really
because
so sweet to just see friends.
yeah, and it sucks because like we were there, we were working for the majority of the first couple of days, so it was not going to be easy for us to see people. But we managed to just run into people that we wanted to see.
Mhm.
And we just happened to like be in the same place at the same time, so it was nice to walk out and see everybody while we were waiting on Nick to pick us up. We got to see people we thought that maybe we weren't going to be able to cross paths with. So
It was fate for sure. It
oh
was
yeah,
fate. We got to
absolutely.
see people at WrestleCon that we didn't think we were gonna run into.
Yeah, it was
Um
cool.
It was really cool. At the Gay Young Classics as well, which
Yeah.
was where RJ City performed.
Yeah.
We were blessed to see his performance of the weekend.
Yeah. It was
Um,
great. It was a whirlwind of a trip, that's for sure.
it was a lot.
That is for sure. Just in case anybody asks, yes, we got to see Sean Ross Sapp. I am still taller. To this day, he has not grown a single inch. I'm still taller than Sean.
It's true. I have photos
Yeah, yeah.
to prove it.
I'm still taller. Yeah, we got to do all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Ate some good food. Um I slept until noon yesterday because my body was finally allowed to crash because I came back and went straight back to work. And yesterday was the first day that I got to actually like turn my alarm off and sleep in, and I did not wake up until noon.
I love that for you.
Oh man, it was great, and I hate sleeping in that much because I just wasted my whole day. So, but
It's
clearly
not
I
a
needed
waste
it.
if you need rest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
clearly I needed it because I had to go back on Sunday. Alex got to go to night 2 of WrestleMania. I mean, night 1 was great. I you guys know I don't watch, so I went into this WrestleMania completely blind. So I was fresh, and the whole show was fantastic. I mean, the set was bonkers.
The hot dogs in the press box were good.
Man, those hot dogs were delicious. I had a hot dog, I had a salad, I had some chips.
Dude, the second day they had like this taco platter.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the private bathrooms in the press box were really nice. It was a very interesting WrestleMania experience to like
By
not
the
be in the
way,
crowd. By the way, what?
yeah. I was gonna say we popped into the Friendos stream,
Yeah,
remember? In the bathroom live.
yeah. We went and hid in the bathroom and did a run in, our traditional run in from for WrestleMania for the Friendo stream. So it was cool because we did it separately last year. She got on live because she was in Dallas and I didn't go, so I hopped on and I hung out with them for a little bit. And
Got to see Stardust.
yeah. They convinced me. They were like, "Oh, I just only logged in for the Stardust gag because I was, I didn't really like necessarily care that much about Cody, but I logged on and he did his little cartwheel and he hit that and I just lost my shit. And then they convinced me to stay for the women's match, which I'm definitely glad that I did. But yeah, we were able to actually pop in together at WrestleMania this year, so it was really fun to be able to do that. I'm sad that we weren't able to meet them, but they had a good stream. So that's their I told Steve, I said, you guys, not everybody can actually go to LA. Not everybody can afford to just fly out to any WrestleMania, and hanging out with them is the next best thing. So I'm glad that they were able to give a space to people that couldn't go. Cuz they are the party. They're the best. So,
They
but
are.
hopefully we'll be able to get together with them eventually.
Yeah, maybe next year for WrestleMania, who knows? Hopefully we can uh finally unite the mega powers of the Church of Friendos and see
Absolutely.
them. And geez, what else did we do? We did so much and yet so little. Like we
We had
did
some
so
really good
much.
pizza.
We had good pizza. We had some good pokey.
Hmm. I got to
Hmm.
try masubi for the first time, which was
Hmm.
exciting for me because I've always wanted to have masubi. Uh, what else?
But we do have to say it was expensive to go to LA, but because of you guys for being Patreon members and supporting us, we were able, and even just watching us every Sunday or almost every Sunday, we couldn't have gone out to LA last weekend without, the help of you guys and your support. So obviously we are eternally grateful for you guys, and you truly have blessed us with an amazing experience. And we got to go to our first TJPW show and meet the some of the roster, well, meet the entire roster that were there, and motherfucking Aja Kong, and that was all you guys. So we really must thank you so much for that.
Yeah, I mean, we've been pretty straight up. Like, if it had not been for you guys, we wouldn't have been there. Um, that would not have been possible without you all. So it was a nice full. I think my husband is mowing outside of my window. I'm sorry if anybody can hear that.
I can't hear it.
Okay,
I don't
good.
know if the chat can hear it.
It's very distracting for me, so I'm just like, my
Uh,
brain just stops working. Yeah, we would not have been there if it hadn't have been for you guys. And we tell the story all the time, but we were supposed to go to our first TJPW show at the Mania like before COVID, the Mania that got pulled because of COVID.
2020, yeah.
And that was before the show even started. Like, we were interested in Joshi. We wanted to learn about it. And we were like, okay, great. We're going to go. Me, Alex, and Lauren, we're going to go to the TJPW show. And then it got canceled. So COVID happened. And that's the whole reason why this show started in the first place. So I mean, not only like it was a like 100% full circle moment. Aja Kong was like our second episode, if you can call it an episode, because we have far more structure now than we did when we first started streaming. It was really just like we were just watching. We were just watching Joshi and just watching whatever we could and trying to learn. So I mean, it was the epitome of a full circle moment for sure.
Yeah. And then early on we did like Mizuki and Yuka. So yeah, it was a definitely a full moment
Yeah.
last
I am
weekend.
sad we didn't get to meet Yuka though. Our
I am
unofficial
too.
mascot. Our unofficial mascot, but
I am too. But we at least got to see her wrestle. We got to hear the mashup of the magical
oh yeah, that was
rabbits theme. Yeah.
so sick. I
Yeah.
love the mashup theme. I totally forgot about that until just now. Man, that was so cool that they did that. I mean, that whole room was hot for that match. But that mashup was so cool. I don't know. I wish that they had like official files, like oh my god, why can't they put the themes on Spotify? Sorry,
Oh
it's just
yeah.
so loud.
Oh, no, you're
It's so loud
fine.
and distracting. But I wish that they would put the actual themes on Spotify, because I would jam that mashup theme all the time. And when she hit that whirling candy,
I was just gonna say that was the biggest pop of the show, dude.
bro, she
That
hit
was
that whirling
mind
candy
blowing.
and the entire room erupted.
We both grabbed each other. Like that was a massive pop.
Yeah.
Like everyone stood up, everyone was going wild
Yeah.
as if they weren't already, because like literally that was the last match from the bell ringing to the very last match. Everyone was so, I'm telling you, everyone was so, so, so hot.
Oh
Everyone
yeah.
was so excited. But that moment, like, blew everybody's minds
It was crazy.
in that show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember, like, I mean, the crowd was hot the entire time, but it's like you cranked it for that whirling candy, and it was, man, it was so good. Oh, it was so good. I'll
It was
remember
like
that
on
whirling
another
candy
level.
for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Well, do we have anything else? I feel like that was it.
I think we covered everything, really.
Oh, I mean, I didn't get to watch it, but Asuka.
Oscar was great, dude. Her entrance was good.
Yeah.
They brought back like the OG entrance look that she had, especially in NXT. Uh,
I
that
saw videos, but I was in a coma by the time I
yeah,
got home.
Yeah, her entrance was good. Uh yeah, WrestleMania was a blast, a slight blur because we just did so much, but it was a lot of fun and would definitely go back to LA outside of a wrestling weekend so we can explore a little more. Um, and yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. We would definitely do it again. And hopefully if TJPW comes back in America, if it is in a suitable place that we can travel to, we would love to attend a TJPW show again. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Um, Anything else? Does anybody in chat have anything that you want to ask us? We'll probably wrap it up soon.
Is
Um,
there anything that you guys watched in
yeah.
the Joshi world that you were excited about this week that you would recommend to
Yeah.
us and the other congregation members in the chat?
What have we missed?
What have we missed? Of course, like we mentioned earlier, we are going to watch Mercedes, Suzuki, and Azumi for our hymn this week. So we have not watched it yet. However, we are very excited to watch it. And we thought we would save our reaction for you guys for that match. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just let us know. Fingers crossed TJPW comes to New York. Absolutely.
Well, you're
Absolutely.
going. So we're off next week. I'll be at a. I'll be out of town at a work thing, but you're going. Aren't you going to see Miyu?
Yes. So actually, Wednesday, I might be going to Battle Club Pro, which is in Brooklyn, and Miyu Yamashita is facing Janae Kai over there. And it's actually an all women's show. So if you are in Brooklyn, check out Battle Club Pro. I might be there. And so Sunday, Deadlock Pro Wrestling is finally hitting the road and they're coming to New Jersey. And so it is Miyu Yamashita is on the show and also Emi Sakura is on the show. So very excited for that. I will be at those two shows. So if you guys find yourself on at that shows, I will also have some stickers that you guys can have.
I think you have all of the stickers. I
I
don't.
think
Yeah, I
I
don't
think I
think I
do.
took any of the stickers home. So you have every single sticker. she has. She has
We
every sticker.
we were also we threw our shit everywhere, or at least I did throw my shit everywhere in the Airbnb, and we kept the stickers in my backpack anyway
Yeah.
because we were carrying that the whole weekend.
Yeah.
But
Okay, Chad is
yeah, sorry,
saying that
sorry, I took all the stickers.
no, I left them with you, so it's no, it's fine. Um I don't need them necessarily. Just Me 43 said it makes me smile to see how much this trip lived up to your expectations. I know you probably get asked this a lot, but what would be the top 3 Joshi promotions you would suggest if I was going to start? I mean, I think TJPW and Stardom are a no-brainer, but if you want the purest form of serotonin, watch Gato Move Choco Pro.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That's free on YouTube.
yep. Ice Ribbon has got some incredible people. But I mean, TJPW, Stardom for the the history, but also like go back and watch stuff from Gaia Japan, watch stuff from AJW. You can find full AJW pay-per-views from the 80s on YouTube. Like 4-hour big egg shows where
Mm-hmm.
you can watch Akira, Hokuto, Manami Toyota, Aja Kong. It's hard to choose 3 because each one serves a different purpose. But I definitely would say like the standards are going to be TJPW and Stardom if you want to know what's going on now. But we're personally going to say got to move Choco Pro every time.
Yeah, if you want like wacky, kooky wrestling with some heart and a tad bit of storytelling, Gotta Move is definitely going to be up your alley. Oz Academy, if you want some wild matches, um, Sendai Girls as
Yeah. Do
well.
you like
But
violence? Watch Oz Academy.
yeah, definitely watch Oz Academy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say like the top two Joshi promotions, like Kayla was saying, is Stardom and TJPW. And that's always a good launching pad for that, especially with um TJPW and Stardom, because a lot of wrestlers that have made an appearance in Stardom, like Dakota Kai has been in Stardom. I believe Jamie Hayter was a part of Oedo Tai. You know, like there's a lot of women that had a Stardom run like 4 to 5 years ago that are now on national television. So
Mm-hmm.
Stardom is a good spot if you have a familiar wrestler who has done a run there, and just go through their, matches, their catalog, and then you can find your favorite Joshi wrestler who their opponent was,
Yep.
which is an easy way to go through it. Um, but there's so much Joshi promotions out there. Um,
I
Pro
promise
Wrestling
you,
Way.
anything that you watch is going to be incredible.
Yeah.
That's all that you need to take away from this. Is it's so hard to suggest three because they're all good for different reasons. So it's gonna be great either, no matter what you choose first. So oh, what? Okay, so what else are they saying that we should catch up with? Yeah, Wakamania. Did see, of course, the results of Wakamania, and we're so happy. Um, and then
Tears of
Yuka,
joy.
yeah, I heard Yuka and Athena at Supercard of Honor was insane. I've seen some clips. Uh, Julia and Tom are going a little too hard. Uh, yeah, speaking of eggs, poor Tom Nakano. Let's talk about Tom Nakano's forehead for a second.
What forehead?
Have you seen? Yeah, yeah. Only egg.
Yeah, I've seen.
Only egg.
Only
I
egg.
mean, Jesus Christ. I'm still waiting on. I'm still waiting on her to snap. I'm telling you guys, she's gonna snap one day, and things are gonna be real bad, and I'm gonna be very happy about it.
Tom is gonna join the dark side pretty soon. Turn into dark. Not
Mm-hmm.
gonna.
Mm-hmm. What else? What else? What else? Yeah, Mesaruga and Azumi are tagging together. That's gonna be sick. There's so much going on. Again, we've been like, life hit us hard when we get back. When we got back, I went straight back to work. So I have not been able to breathe at all. I've tried to catch up a little bit here and there. A lot of good stuff is about to happen. I don't know what, not Mayu. Miyu Yamashita's in America for 3 months. So you're going to have plenty of content for her to watch. Try to make it out to a show if you can. They just announced the DPW got to move Japan. Shout out to Kevin Koo, living his dream. He gets to go wrestle. He gets to go wrestle in Japan. Violence is forever. I'm trying my best to pressure him into actually going to Ichigai Chocolate Square to wrestle. So that whole DPW Tokyo crossover card is fucking insane. You guys should. I mean, Rina Yamashita versus Valianaki alone is gonna be nuts. So yeah, it's lots of good stuff is happening, coming up. I mean, we just got out of Sakura Genesis, which I'm sure is, I've heard that it's so good. You guys have been saying all day that it's good. Stardom's got some incredible stuff coming up. So yeah, there's no shortage.
I was gonna say Nagi's wrestling at West Coast Pro. Um, yeah, so there's a lot of good opportunities to watch some Joshi talent
Yep.
in America, rather whether that's live in person or through Fight TV or I believe IWG or IWTV. Yeah, IWTV. Also, IWTV has a lot of backlogs from HAW as well. So if you have IWTV, there is a lot. I think there's also Ice Ribbon or Sendai Girls on IWTV. I'm not too sure.
Sendai
Um,
Girls.
Sendai Girls. There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sauriano shows up in Stardom with Kyrie.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. I mean, all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff is going on. I mean, things got heated between Mania and now. But it's Kyrie, Natsupoi, and Saori, their restart. It's so much is happening. Everything started happening so incredibly fast. And I can hear mowing outside again. Has anybody been able to hear that this whole time? Because it is so loud.
I hear like a humming, but it doesn't. It's not bad. It's not like a loud. It's only when like
going like this. I'm like, damn.
no,
I hope
it.
y'all like
I
the dulcet
can't.
tones of my husband's 0-point turn lawnmower that he's just. It's full dad season, so he's out there mowing. He's probably got his mowing t-shirt on that has Snoopy on it. It says, "I fought the lawn, but the lawn won." So he's having the time of his life out there.
Oh, also shout out to Hugh Long Heavy who went to go see Lauren at C2E2. She was there last weekend and he wore our Akira Hokuto shirt. And Lauren sent us a picture and we both saw it and we both screamed. So that was really cool. Um my mic is always peaking, so you're just gonna have to deal with it.
Shut up, Vin.
I'm very sensitive with my mic and my voice, so
yeah.
Anyway.
There's so much shit. There's so much shit going on, man. It's crazy. It's a great season for Joshi. That is for sure. There's Mizuki 2 belts alone is
2 belt
indicative of how the state of Joshi affairs right now. So
2 belt bunny.
Yeah.
It is Easter too.
Yeah.
So.
Right. Yeah. Happy Mizuki Day.
Yeah. Sure. Happy Mizuki Day.
Happy Mizuki Day. That's great. That's a good tweet.
You got it.
I had a decent tweet during WrestleMania. I wasn't going to be able to tweet a lot during WrestleMania considering I didn't know what was going on and outside of, the damage control match. But Seth came out and he had that Miyu Watanabe color palette. It was a semi-decent tweet. The pink and red.
No, don't downplay yourself. It was a great tweet.
43 retweets.
It was a great tweet.
You know.
Even though you're not on Twitter, you know how to tweet the twotes, okay?
Yeah. It was
tweet those twotes.
Was definitely a if you know type thing.
It was a pink and red. You made the reference and you like went on the hunt to find the photos and tweet it, and it was a glorious moment.
Stu did follow up with Magneto. Magneto inspired both Miyu Watanabe and Seth Rollins, and I was like, period. That's a perfect follow up. Perfect follow up. Way to appeal to everything. Seth Rollins, Miyu Watanabe, somehow get X-Men in there. Was a great move, Stu. Great job.
Always good.
Well, I think that's it. I can't think of anything. I feel like we covered everything. We've got a lot to catch up on. We'll be off this next Sunday. And then we'll be back the 23rd, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We'll keep everybody apprised of our return. I'm probably just going to go back into a coma again for the rest of the day. Actually get some rest for the first time in like 2 weeks. So
good times. Good times. But thank you as always again for coming through to church and having us bless your Sundays, especially your Easter Sundays. Whatever your plans are today, please stay safe. And also, thank you again for supporting us and watching every single week, supporting us on our Patreon, whatever tier that you are in. We appreciate every single person that has signed up for our tier or even has clicked the link and checked it out. Anybody that's followed us on Instagram or Twitter, anybody that's liked any of our stuff, anybody that's tweeted or retweeted any of our stuff, like, we highly appreciate you guys and we would not exist without you guys. And it has been a blessing to learn for the past 3 years with y'all and to continue to learn and to continue with, Kayla and I, LOVE. Kayla and I are very appreciative of, you know, our time that we get to spend with each other and learn with each other. So all the sappy words that I can't think of right now, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, everyone enjoy their Mizuki Day. Go eat some candy or wait until tomorrow and you can get candy at a major discount.
What is it? The Reese's eggs? Go get those Reese's eggs.
Cadbury eggs, Reese's eggs, all kinds of stuff. Go to your local drugstore. You could probably get some candy for 50% off. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully, you guys have got some sunshine in your area. And then we will be back on the 23rd. LOVE. I'm getting good at it. You gave me the power to move my hands. Ugh. Still can't do it. Okay. Yeah. Chug some jelly beans. We love you guys. Have a great day. And we'll see you soon. Yeah.
Yeah.